My name is Crystal Mowry, and I'm the Senior Curator here at the Kitchener-Waterloo Art Gallery, a museum located on the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, the Ottawandaran, and the Haudenosaunee. This fall, KWAG is proud to be sharing with its community an ambitious new project by the award-winning artist Deanna Bowen. Black Drones in the Hive is KWAG's largest solo exhibition, mounted in over 20 years. It spans the entirety of our temporary exhibition spaces, bringing together archival documents, commemorative objects, new sound and video works, a pedestal as folly, and selected works from KWAG's own permanent collection. Through Deanna's intense scrutiny and strategies of juxtaposition, Black Drones in the Hive reveals the centuries-long colonial project that entangles Indigenous, Black, and European settler histories in this region. Deanna's research reveals myriad ways in which white supremacy has shaped policy and public record. Here we might think of petitions that are among the many references that can be found within this exhibition. Deanna's sprawling 1911 Anticreek Negro petition is a reproduction of the more than 200 pages that constitute this vile document, signed by 15% of the population of Edmonton at the time. This demand for a ban on the immigration of Black settlers from the United States to Western Canada had implications for Deanna's own family, as they were among the 1,000 or so Black people who fled racial violence and segregationist laws and eventually settled in Amber Valley, Alberta. This petition, along with the Order in Council PC 1324, signed by Prime Minister Sir Wilfrid Laurier, speak to the evolution of oppression in this country. Visitors to the gallery may find this work familiar. If you visited KWAG in fall of 2017, you would have seen this work installed on the very same wall as part of Carry Forward, a group exhibition brilliantly curated by Lisa Myers. In preparation for the installation of this work, my colleague and KWAG registrar, Jennifer Bullock, made a startling discovery. Among the signatories on the petition was a name that was familiar to us, Barker Fairley. Fairley was a scholar with a specialization in German literature, and perhaps more importantly, a close friend and champion of the Group of Seven. He was also the author of several works that can be found in KWAG's permanent collection. It was this discovery that convinced us that this would be the beginning of an important relationship with Deanna and a commitment to questioning the canons that loom large within Canadian history. Petitions can be powerful expressions of civilian protest, a refusal to let the few in power colonize the public record. Today, petitions often take a digital form. We might ask ourselves, who is collecting the proof of dissent? Will we be able to access that proof sometime in the future? Like most curators at institutions with public collections, I'm obsessed with posterity and, by proxy, the shifting sensibilities around what's worth remembering. The late artist and theorist Alan Sekula has written extensively on the subject of archives and the ways in which meaning and the use of documents can unravel without sufficient context. This abstraction, as suggested by Sekula, can enable an invisibility or erasure that undermines the goal of posterity. For Black Drones in the Hive, Deanna Bowen has reproduced images from archives, large and small, from local public and university archives to the more encyclopedic national archives. We have even been surprised to find interlopers who were able to share reproductions that were otherwise inaccessible. By way of careful arrangements or constellations of images, Deanna restores some of the context that might otherwise be lost in the archive. This new context can be intimate, such as correspondence that reveals the impact of policy on Deanna's own family. It can also be much broader, taking the shape of analogous images, such as cartoons designed to reflect dominant perceptions, published at different points in time and across myriad geographies. Over the course of the next couple of months, we will introduce several of the themes that shape this exhibition and tie it to southwestern Ontario. themes that include the practice of eugenics in the region, duty and segregation in the military, echoes of slavery, unsettling canons, and reflecting on commemoration. Black Drones in the Hive remains on view at KWAG until the end of February 2021. We hope to see you soon.